Alright everyone, it's 8:29. Service experts came by and they installed a new motor in my air conditioning unit, and as you can hear, I'm talking very quietly and you don't really hear much. Now let's take a look at this thing. Look at that. Look at the difference. You can hear it. You can hear everything else but it. I don't know if you can see that, but there's the part number there. Well, there's something there. Look at that. It's made in Germany like it's supposed to be. I'm not going to shut it off, but they have restored it back to where it needed to be. You know, restored it back to why you pay all that money for an XC25. Now, you know, I don't know how many people have had replacement motors installed in their XC25s, but and again, see, there's my other one. But this is one of the reasons you spend all that money to get the highest quality product possible. And that's what it's supposed to sound like, nice and quiet. And you know, there's no vibrations, no nothing. It's just a thing of beauty, man. And that's what I know that these guys are so proud of. And I don't know how we got to the point where a heat pump motor was installed in this unit without really kind of informing us that it was going to happen. And obviously it's not the right part for this system, but whenever you get the right fan installed, it's a thing of beauty. So if anyone else has had to deal with a motor replacement in their XC25, you should probably go take a look at it to make sure that the right motor is installed. You know, maybe these parts are really hard to come by, and you know, then they do a substitution with a heat pump motor, which can be louder. At least it was in my case, and it's not performing to everything that this AC unit should be performing to in regards to acoustics, because it's much louder. If that was to happen, just make sure that they really did come back and replace it. I had to ask to have it replaced. I honestly think that it would have stayed the way that it was whenever they first came and installed that heat pump motor, unless I was inquisitive enough to actually check the work, and then from there realize there was a problem and get in contact with multiple people to get it fixed. Lennox stepped up and fixed it, but in the fact that they get out of stock and then from there it takes a long time to get those parts is kind of concerning. So I don't know, maybe they got to beef up their manufacturing of that motor, especially if these things are going to break down and much earlier than anticipated. I mean, this thing broke down in less than 2 years of ownership, and you know, for just one of these things cost about 12 grand. It's kind of unexpected, but you know, stuff happens. But as long as you come back and fix it correctly, that's what matters. And in this particular case, they fixed it by getting it running, but it wasn't running to the specifications called out in the manual. It would be efficient, I guess it was, but it was definitely not quiet, and now it's back to quiet. So here we go. I'm happy again. Hopefully this one lasts much longer than 2 years and we don't ever have to talk about this again. All right, cheers.